What's up, everybody? Toad Pizza Guy here, back with hashtag Tuesday, TWESDAY. That's where I take your questions on Twitter. We answer them, and then that's where we go. If you're not following me on Twitter, go to twitter.com/TonyPizzaGuy. At TonyPizzaGuy, use the hashtag TWESDAY. So let's get right into the questions. First question, do you think John Morrison will return at SummerSlam this year? I'm not sure. I think John Morrison does have a really good relationship with the WWE, but as far as a return to the WWE, I don't know. I know he is appearing at a lot of indie shows. I think he likes the freedom of doing the indie shows. I think he likes doing whatever he wants to do, and that's pretty much all that I think with John Morrison. I think that maybe TNA would be a better fit for him, but WWE, I could see him coming back. SummerSlam, I don't know. Really haven't heard anything about him coming back. Next question is, do you think Money in the Bank could be the best pay-per-view of the year? I think that Money in the Bank always is a very good pay-per-view. The best one was, of course, when you had John Cena, CM Punk. That was the best Money in the Bank of all time. But this one looks really good. There's a few matches that I'm interested in, and there's a few that I don't really care about. I'm interested in the Money in the Bank All-Star match. I'm pretty much interested in the World Heavyweight Championship one as well. But I don't know about the rest of them. John Cena versus Mark Henry should be interesting. The only thing that I'm really thinking with that match is that John Cena loses the belt, not to Mark Henry, but to somebody who cashes in, preferably Dolph Ziggler. That's the way I see it. I think if you had Dolph Ziggler cash in after Mark Henry beats up John Cena, that's what you do. I don't know. I don't see this being the best pay-per-view of the year. I think that Extreme Rules was really good. I thought that was an awesome pay-per-view. So I don't know if it will top Extreme Rules, but we'll have to wait and see. Next question we have here is, what are some of your favorite games on the N64 and the SNES? I'm going to have to go with Zelda. Link to the Past, probably the best one. Then Ocarina of Time on the 64. Both of those are just amazing games. Even Mario 64 was amazing. N64, you had the No Mercy and the WCW NWO Revenge. But those were some of the great games. And then, with SNES, there's always a lot of games. There was so many good games there. You had like Earthworm Jim, Super Mario All-Stars, Zombie Ate My Neighbors, Kirby had an awesome game, Turtles in Time. Oh my God, F-Zero. Mega Man, Super Castlevania, Street Fighter, Mario Kart, Super Punch-Out, Donkey Kong was awesome. All of the Donkey Kong games. You had the Super Mario RPG, Legend of Zelda I already mentioned, and there were just so many great games on the Super NES that it just never got old. It was just a really great console. Next question is, would you ever restart your Backyard Wrestling Fan RDW? Hashtag SushiX. No, I would never restart a Backyard Wrestling Fan. I'm just too old for that. That's really what it is. I think that that's the thing that kids do when kids want to be irresponsible and have fun, but I don't ever see myself ever doing that again. Like I said, it was a fun little hobby, but something I will never, ever do. Speaking of Money in the Bank that we talked about earlier, what are the odds of RVD win or coming close to winning the Money in the Bank ladder match? I think that there is a possibility that he could win. I think it would be fun to see him win, but really, that match, I either see CM Punk or Daniel Bryan winning it. I don't see RVD, Randy Orton, Kane, Christian, or Sheamus winning it. Although it'd be fun to see all those people winning, but I think Daniel Bryan mostly is the pick I have for the Money in the Bank match. But I think there'll be a cool spot where RVD is close to winning, but I don't know. I don't see him actually getting the win, but we'll see. And the last question is, what is your favorite era of wrestling? Obviously, everybody knows the Attitude Era. That was awesome. But one that I really want to talk about is, I think it was the Ruthless Aggression Era, I believe. I don't know if it was exactly called the Ruthless Aggression Era, but it was when Eric Bischoff was general manager of Raw. They had so many good things going on. I remember he made Kane unmasked then, and right around that time when Kane unmasked, it was just amazing. They had that ambulance match with Shane. They had so many good things that went on. And there was just so much fun stuff happening at the time. Eric Bischoff, it was like a mini Attitude Era when he was GM at the time. It was just, I remember when Shane Kid Kane in the flaming dumpster, and it was just amazing. You had an awesome SummerSlam. I think you had a Survivor Series that was good that year too. I think it was 2005, right? Survivor Series 2005. Let me look this up. Survivor Series 2005. I think that's the one I'm thinking of, right? Is that the one? Or was it 2006? I don't know. Anyway, whichever one it was so amazing. It was just so much fun, and there was just so much good stuff going on at the time. Just made everything so interesting. Eric Bischoff was just a really, really fun general manager, and he just made everything really entertaining. It was actually Survivor Series 2003, but they had so much stuff going on. They had Brock Lesnar was around at the time. You had Goldberg. You had Undertaker, Vince McMahon, Kane, Shane, Angle, Benoit, Cena, Hardcore Holly. Everything was just awesome at the time, and it was really, really just great stuff. I loved it, and Eric Bischoff, awesome general manager. Anyway, guys, that is it. I know this was kind of a shorter episode of this, but I'm actually going to be out of town by the time this goes up, so I wanted to make sure I got this video up because you guys really do like it. Also, reminder, follow me on Twitter, and as always, Tony Pizza Guy, right out.